First of all, Christian, nice sweatshirt. Wow.
Thank you.
Amazing DraftKings swag. All right, got to ask you, you're on the field for 93% of your team's plays this season. It sounds silly, but do you ever get tired out there?
I try to do my best, in the off season and train so that I don't have to come off the field. But you definitely get tired every once in a while. But fortunately, I don't play defense, so I get a little time to rest when they're on the field.
You're just the third player ever to join the 1,000 Club. You said it's been a goal of yours for a long time, but when did you actually think you might do it?
I never knew. You don't really plan for stuff like that, but it was a goal of mine. I take pride in being a complete back, being able to catch the ball out of the backfield, line up it, out wide as well. And I was fortunate enough to do it this year. Unfortunately, we didn't get as many wins as we wanted to, but I always appreciate individual success, but at the end of the day, I think winning's the most important thing.
Well, earlier in the week on Radio Row, Marshall Faulk said he thought you were basically a better version of what he was. You said yourself, one of the best guys to ever do it. How crazy was it to hear praise from him about you?
Yeah, that was a huge honor. It's a guy I've seen every clip of him. I love watching him play. He's somebody who really set the standard in a time where running backs now have evolved to where it is important to be able to line up outside, be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. When he was playing, it wasn't as relevant. So the fact that he did it in his era and not only was great for 1-2 years, but was great through his entire career, to me that meant a lot coming from a guy like that.
Well, the Panthers and Greg Olsen mutually agreeing to part ways. What was it like being a teammate with him?
Oh, it was the best. Gio's the best. He's a guy that was unbelievable on the field. Obviously, his resume speaks for himself, but he's a guy, too, who, when you're around him in the locker room, when you're around him, outside the facility, he constantly brings an electric energy to wherever he is. He's somebody who played the game the right way, who did it the right way, worked ridiculously hard. We're definitely going to miss him.
Well, it's already been a busy offseason for the Panthers. New coach Matt Rule, Luke Kuechly not coming back, Greg Olsen. How do you feel about all those big changes coming down the pipeline?
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel very fortunate. I got to play with guys like Greg and guys like Luke for 3 years. It's bittersweet. As far as Luke goes, I'm happy for him. Selfishly, I would have loved to play with him longer, but I can't respect the guy enough. He's somebody who's the ultimate pro. He's Superman. He did everything, did so much for our team and the way he led, and same with Greg. So it'll be tough watching those guys leave, but that's the game. It's a revolving door. You see different guys, you see new faces all the time. So something you just got to deal with and stay poised. And we'll have new guys come in who we need to step up.
So Kyle Brandt on Good Morning Football compared you to Jon Snow because you can do it both north and south of the wall. And you said that was the sweetest thing ever to be said to you. So you must be a Game of Thrones fan.
Huge Game of Thrones fans.
Huge.
Yeah. Rewatching it right now.
Okay, so you're rewatching it, but are you binge watching anything else because Thrones is over, as we know?
I'm not. I'm sticking to Game of Thrones right now, and I'm watching an episode at night just to see if I missed anything.
All right, well, you were on First Take earlier today, and they were debating running backs right in front of you. So we got to return the favor. They're right over there. Who's a better analyst? Not in the house. I mean, across the street. So who's a better analyst, Booger McFarland or Max Kellerman?
Listen, Stephen A. Smith's my guy.
Oh!
He's the one that runs that show.
Diplomatic.
That's my guy. He's had my back for the longest time. And really appreciative of all the support. We watch. A lot of people think that athletes don't see that, but we see that stuff. We see a lot of things people say about you, and at the end of the day, it's good television, and that's why they're good at what they do.
Okay, so you had to have seen the Tom Brady Instagram that has the entire internet ablaze right now. What's your take? Is he walking onto the field or is he walking off?
I have no idea. That's not even on my team. Whatever he does, he's gonna be successful. But I have no idea.
All right, we got to get your prediction for Sunday, of course. Niners, Chiefs. How does this one play out? Who's winning?
Let's see.
Oh. Okay,
the crowd says Chiefs, so no. I hope they both lose. How about that? No, I have no idea. I think when you look at both teams. They're unbelievably explosive. The defenses are amazing. It's going to be an unbelievable game. I think I played against the Niners this year. I got guys who I played with in college. Solomon Thomas, who's on their team. Richard Sherman's a Stanford guy. Levine Toilolo's a Stanford guy. So I root for those guys. So I got the Niners by a little bit.
All right. Going against the crowd. Well, we have something special for you. You've been named the NFL Daily Fantasy Player of the Year, presented by DraftKings as part of NFL Honors. Best award you've ever gotten, right? Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. How does it feel?
It feels great. I think fantasy football is something that has brought so much to people who, are fans of the game. And, I'm very fortunate that I have great fantasy football fans. Anyone who drafted me, I'm very appreciative of you. Yeah, it means a lot.
Well, you obviously had some incredible fantasy games this season. That's why you won the award. Over 50 DraftKings points against Jacksonville, a couple games over 40 there. Do you ever check after a game and see how many points you had and be like, wow, I beat my own personal record?
I don't play fantasy. I never have, but a lot of my friends do, so I get texts all the time. That's all everyone wants to talk about. I just found out what PPR was the other day. I didn't know what it was. But I got so many texts, you're amazing in my PPR league. I'm like, I don't know what the hell these people are talking about, but it turns out that means you get a point for every time you catch it or a half point. I'm not 100% what the rules are, but I do keep up with fantasy football because my friends are constantly texting me, hey, thank you so much. I'm like, thank you? What do you mean, thank you? But it's all in good fun, and, it means a lot.